For day-to-day life, I'm in a wheelchair, which is fine, it's not too difficult. But it does get annoying when something as simple as some grass can stop you in your tracks. Now, obviously there are techniques you can use to do more off-road in a wheelchair, but even those have their limits. So most people go out and buy an off-road wheelchair as well.
This is the TWS Tramper, one of the best off-road mobility scooters. But that's a bit like saying you've been sentenced to the electric chair, one of the best ways to be executed. The TWS Tramper can get you on a dirt path, but as soon as you try and do any more than that, it's like giving a pair of hiking boots to a toddler and expecting them to climb everything. Or putting Rachel Lee in charge of the budget and expecting the debt to deepen. It's fine for a dirt path, but as soon as you try and do anything more, well...
Which is why last year I built this off-road hand cycle. Don't let the fact that it's in a state of disrepair fool you. This was, or still is, one of the best off-road hand cycles in the world. For my use case, riding 50+ kilometers a day on roads of questionable quality, there's literally nothing else out there that can do what this did. And after several hundred kilometers, it was disassembled and brought back, and I've never really reassembled it. This is the part where normally I'd say, but today we're rebuilding it. But that's not the case. This has one major drawback. I can only ride it on roads and cycle paths. I can't take it on walking trails. And in order to do the 3 peaks, which I really want to do, I need a wheelchair I can take on walking trails. And that's what we're going to be building over the next 10 videos. The Nazis didn't get a lot right, but they did get transport right. So we're following their design and creating a half track. We've got tracks at the back and wheels at the front. I apologise for my poor quality drawing, it happens. I'm a rubbish drawer. Now, today we're going to be building this seat out of tubular steel. So I guess it's time to get started. There's 2 parts to this, tubes and bits to attach the tubes together. First thing I'm going to do is cut some tubes, so let's do that. Now that we've cut all the tubes to length, it's time to join them together. And in order to do that, I'm going to be using this video's sponsor, PCBWay. For the joining pieces, I had them cut out of a piece of sheet metal by PCBWay. These are made of 6061 T6, and that means... they're not going to bend. I mean, you'd hope they weren't going to bend with my hands anyway. Right, now we can assemble this. Check out PCBWay in the link in the video description. Now let's get back to building. We've got the 2 sides done now, but this is a rubbish seat because they can just turn side to side and whatever. So what we need to do is lock them in position next to each other. And that's what we're using these for. Now, you've probably been thinking, wow, those aren't strong enough. And they probably aren't. But the good thing is, we're not using these. These are simply acting as a guide, and we're going to weld a tube between them. But I don't want to just eyeball that and have to clamp that up, so I'll just tack weld these in to hold the tubes the right distance apart. So let's get started on that. Now we need to make a cross brace, and in order to do that, I'd love to just bend a tube to do that. I can't because I'm not the Hulk. So instead what I'm going to do is cut it into 3 pieces and join them together. They need to be pretty precise, so I'm going to cut them roughly and then shape them with an angle grinder. I made a guide to hold them together so I could weld them, and then I welded them together. So there we go, the seat is now complete and completely sturdy as well. Like, no matter how I pull on it, what random forces I put on it, it's completely immovable, which is good because it's a seat and I don't want it to stop being a seat rather rapidly. Unfortunately, this bar here has twisted down on this corner slightly while we were welding it. It happens. It's a very common thing in welding. So I'm just going to hit that with a hammer at some point. Other than that, that is the end of the video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please subscribe if you did. And see you guys in a couple of weeks once the tracks arrive for me to build the chassis. Thanks for watching, and before you go, I'd just like to say a huge thank you to PCBWay for sponsoring this video. Whether it's custom circuit boards, 3D prints, custom CNC machined parts, or anything else, PCBWay has something for everyone. So check them out in the link in the video description, and we'll see you guys next video.